G'day garbage bikers. I'm having one of these Saturdays where I've just been hijacked and I haven't done anything. It's 1 o'clock in the afternoon, but I'm just going to go for it. And I need to true the wheel on this bike. I need to put some Loctite on a screw on the cranks of my Apollo gravel bike, the other Apollo. And I've got some e-bike things to do, and I've got to start working on the Malvern Star. So I'm just going to go for it.
Welcome to another Saturday video, and many more hours spent fixing bikes instead of riding them. I'm going camping next week, and I'm really looking forward to escaping Sydney. As I get squared away, the phrase less is more keeps ringing in my head. To a point, possessions make me happy, but there's a threshold where I get overwhelmed and my enjoyment tapers away. Lately, it feels like my possessions are owning me. My shed is completely full. I've got too many bikes right now. The hours I spend fixing them aren't flashy or exciting. It's just quiet, repetitive work while the rain comes down outside.
So it's just started to rain again. It's been raining on and off all day. And the reason that I'm going to be, the reason that I'm truing the rear wheel on this bike is because I ride it all the time. It's like my sort of daily ride. But I also need to give it a bit of a once-over because I'm going to take it camping with me, which I should put some different tyres on it. I should put some gravel tyres on it. But I'm going to be doing putting gravel tyres on the Malvern Star. And I'm just going to give this a go on some gravel trails with these urban tyres that I've got on it. See how they go. They've got a little bit of, bumps and stuff inside of them, so I'll just have a test. I ride on a bit of gravel and a bit of grass with this bike as it is, and it does fine, I suppose. I'm not going to be going too fast. I'm not going to be worrying. So I'm going to be camping at Honeysuckle Creek with my familiar friend Chris, but also his brother and some of his family are going to come. So that's cool. The more the merrier. But his brother's coming from Queensland and he hasn't got a bike. So I've decided that this is going to be a good reason for me to get the Malvern Star put together, the yellow Malvern Star. I've already rebuilt the rear wheel. That was my strange ghost story video. And I've ordered two 700 by 40 tyres from Decathlon, and I've gotten a notification that they're ready to pick up at Tempe, so I've got to get over there and pick them up. I may do it this afternoon, I don't know, I'll see how I go.
Spoiler alert, I didn't pick the tyres up.
Okay, so that's a really half-assed tune-up. But it's going to have to do. So next on my to-do list is giving this a bit of a spruce up. So the screw, or the bolt rather, that holds on this crank arm keeps coming loose when I ride. When I changed the bottom bracket, I didn't have any bolts, so I went through the set of bike parts that I have, and I found a bolt, two bolts in fact, that have a hex head on them, and they are the correct type of thing that you would use to attach a crank arm. They're the correct kind of bolt, but they keep coming loose. They're very wet with grease. I don't know if that has any bearing on the problem that I'm experiencing. They have a lot of grease on them. So what I'm going to do, I'd normally put a bit of Loctite on them, but I don't have Loctite. But I've got some silicone, so I'm going to use some gasket silicone, which basically is Loctite. So I'll just push a little bit out, get that on the one side of the thread, wipe off any excess. Wipe off any excess from me. Oh, that comes off all right. Okay. It's not quite the crisis that I thought that was going to be, getting it on myself. And I'll put that in, and hopefully that both stays on, but also is able to come off down the track. I'll tell you what. Oh, there we go. Didn't want to tighten, but I've been able to tighten it a bit more. Oh, there we go. So the place where I'll be camping is very hilly, but nonetheless, I will bring this bike because I'm going to go out west where it's a bit flatter, and also I'm going to try to ride it up some hills. Okay, now for the Malvern Star. So I've got tyres ordered for this, exactly the same tyres as I put on my Apollo, gravel bike that is. Now in the first instance, I'll just put that like that, and I'll get this saddle up hopefully. Oh. Okay.
Many amusements later.
Okay, seat post is a bit on the short side.
Dreaming about time off and the simplicity of life on two wheels is really making me dissatisfied with the situation for active transport users here in Sydney. And it's really apparent to me that the government is not going to fix our problems. Actually, they're making it worse. The New South Wales government actively encourages vehicle dependency. They subsidise road tolls, taking public money and handing it directly to a private monopoly, Transurban. They cut vehicle registration fees, while public transport fares remain among the most expensive in the world, and they've cancelled many active transport infrastructure projects. Road deaths in New South Wales have increased. Our streets are becoming more hostile. And what does the New South Wales government do? They add warning signs to mobile speed cameras. They jump on the bandwagon and demonise e-bikes when a garbage truck driving the wrong way down a laneway kills a cyclist. I choose not to participate in the scam that is motor vehicle dependency. As I get older, I'm beginning to understand the saying, that government is best which governs least. When governments pander to motor vehicle dependency to buy votes, they're acting as a tool for corporate interests and being short-sighted. Where are all these vehicles going to go if population growth predictions are realised? Do you even care about the environment? When a government behaves unjustly, the individual has a moral obligation to withdraw their cooperation. An active transport-oriented lifestyle is an act of civil disobedience against this government-mandated machine of forced consumption masquerading as a transport network. By riding my bike, by rejecting the cultural pressure to own more, consume more, and drive a tank to the local shops, this is a quiet, daily refusal to fund a system that is actively making our communities more dangerous, more polluted, and less free. Governments will keep making populist, short-sighted rules, but we don't have to let them dictate how we live. Sometimes the most radical thing you can do is just get outside, turn the pedals, and realise that less is really more.
And that was a track called Bonita de los Esteros by Los Manceros Santiagueños, some beautiful Argentinian folkloric music. We're going to now go to Cuba, and with a band which is one of my favorite bands at the moment. They're called Havana la Primera, and I've been so obsessed with them this year. And this is one of their tracks called Donde Estemos Tú y Yo.
So what do you reckon, garbage bikers? Have I just gone a bit emo from the week of rain that we've been having in Sydney? Or is there merit to what I'm saying? I'd really like to know what you think. Let me know in the comments.
En busca de un mismo sueño y con la misma pasión, entregados al empeño de llegar al corazón de los que escuchan y bailan con tanto nuestro son. Seguro que sí. Ahora un inmenso mar nos ha distanciado, nos ha separado sin decirle adiós. Y a la misma y a la razón que nos unió, seguimos en la pelea, dándole gracias a Dios por seguir haciendo aquello de bailar.
I'm from the land of the Victoria Regia, the Kogarah, Iguaçu Falls, Copacabana, and Brasilia. I'm from the land of beautiful tropical birds, such as the uirapuru, the tucano, the arara, and the sabiá. I'm from the land of Santos Dumont, Osvaldo Cruz, Jorge Amado, César Lattes, Oscar Niemeyer, Lúcio Costa, Di Cavalcanti, and Portinari. I'm from the land of Carlos Gomes, Villa-Lobos, Sérgio Mendes, Tom Jobim, Carmen Miranda, Chico Buarque de Holanda, Roberto Carlos, and Elis Regina. I'm from the land of Pelé, the world-famous soccer player.
Okay, I'm really excited about this one. Okay, this is a track, another recent release. It's a collaboration between a Glasgow-based band called Alto and a Nigerian rapper by the name of Vector. and they just released this track. Liam, the guy from Port Alto, was just in Lagos like last week filming a video clip, so it's very fresh. Ensemble, and that track was entitled Nandi's Suite, the first movement. And shout out to anyone who sat through the whole 16 minutes, like what we did, of that song. What a journey.
I haven't got any rubber hoods for this, so I'm not going to worry about going around the back. Oh, unless I've got some self-adhesive tape. I do have some. We'll see how it goes. I also have some crappy old tape from another bike.
A little dress, spending your eternal heaven, doing good upon the earth. I ask, please, pick a bloom from the gardens of paradise and send it down to me as a message of your gentle love. Powerful, maintaining and renewed body and spirit in the heart of God. majestic reign of roses, so that I might share your grace. Bless me with plumes of lily, plumes of violet, plumes of buttercup, plumes of lilac, plumes of jasmine, plumes of hyacinth, plumes of honeysuckle, plumes of magnolia, plumes of gardenia, plumes of tuberose. Let fall from heaven, please, the shower of flowers. Let me be anointed with the splendor of their perfumed essence, so that I may see the face of God in all people and all experiences. Oh, my glorious Sister Therese, prodigy of miracles, your petals unfurled, I implore your miraculous intercession. Whisper to me, help me to always trust as you did in God our Father's great love for me, so that in your fragrant path I might imitate your venerable little way and walk heroically, holding the blossom of grace with me each day. Amen.
Is Kenwooding 1966 colours.
As an intellectual vibration, smack dab in the middle of spectrum, green can be a problem. That's because there's so many different greens inside of green, and each one has a different IQ. There's the green that should never have happened, the stupid green. The green that is green with envy. Then there's the so-so green. But who cares anyway, green? But somewhere in green is a green here and there that has something to say. A truly intelligent green. A green with some integrity. That's the kind of green for you. Think of the times, the number of times that you can make rhymes with that friend, maroon. There's the month of June, maroon. There's a singer's croon, maroon. As she sings a tune, maroon. Cotton tastes as good as the vitamin. They'll eat the leaves. Well, you say, they might play Creed. Well, put this in the sink. Now to go back to sleep. I sure can get hungry at night.
Regular viewers of my channel will know that sometimes I can get a bit dyslexic. In a moment, I cut to the next day where I install a pannier rack on the Malvern Star, but for some reason I keep calling it a stand, so keep a lookout for that.
Okay, so it is tomorrow and it's bloody miserable. I'm going to get my stand, I'm going to get the Malvern Star, and I'm not going to put the tyres on it. I haven't got them yet, but I'm going to put the stand on. So here's the stand. Now I don't have any mounting hardware for the top of it. That would go here, but I'm hoping that I'll be able to use this. And if that doesn't work, I've got another possibility. Okay, so it's not too far off. I'll need a flathead screwdriver in order to use those screws. And they're very rusty. Oh, but they're coming off, that's good. Somebody must have put some grease on them at one point. Maybe I'll just put the stand down and then I can use both my hands. That'd be clever. So I think technically this rack's meant to go on the other way, but in order for me to mount it the way that I propose, I'm going to mount it this way. It would be good to bend this forward a little bit. Oh, that's doing it, but it's taking the whole brakes with it. Have I bent it the right way? I don't think so. I think I just bent it the wrong way. Oh, well, it'll bend back.
So I definitely got the bending right 100% the first time and didn't have to go back and forth for about 45 minutes making adjustments until it fit. So yay for me.
Oh no, maybe I was meant to bend it that other way first. Well, I'm making it nice and strong, aren't I, by bending it back and forward. Oh no, okay. Maybe I've bent it too much now. Okay. Yeah, so okay, that's like a 40, 45. We'll give that a go. Close enough that the holes are lining up. And hopefully, when I tighten it, it'll come together. Well, I'm sure it will. Now, as often happens, the brakes aren't working properly. This bolt's a little bit short, but it's going to be the correct size. I just got to use the pliers to enable enough thread to be exposed so that I can get the nut on. I'm just not happy with the amount of thread that has gone through on these bottom bolts, so I'll just try and get some longer ones. I'm sure I've got some. They're not a matching set, but it'll do the job. Okay, so that's nice and tight. So the stand seems to be on there pretty good. Just generally, this bike's coming together pretty well. It doesn't look too shiny or anything like that, but that's part of its charm in my eyes anyway. I need a bigger seat post if I'm going to ride it, but the person who's riding it is a little bit shorter than I. So what I've got to do this week, I'm going to change the pedals. Obviously I'm going to get the new tyres on it, and longer term, especially if I decide that I want to ride it, I'm going to need a bigger seat post, and I'll also put a stem adapter and maybe a bit of a riser stem on it, and some gravel bike handlebars. Okay, so it's Tuesday afternoon and I've got the tyres, and you may notice I'm wearing business attire. That's because I've just come straight from work, so don't ever let the fact that you're an office worker stand in the way of your dreams of becoming a garbage bike mechanic. So I'm going to put these tyres on and then I'm going to take it for a ride.
Okay, so the clearance seems pretty good. There's a little bit of rubbing happening, but I think that's because the tyre's not fully inflated, and I'm hoping once it's inflated it's going to sit up a bit higher and not touch on the brake pads. So yeah, we'll see how that goes, but it fits in the frame, so that's positive. It'd be good if I put it on the right way. So I'm just getting the same sort of rubbing as I was on the front, and I'm hoping that when I put a bit of air in, it's going to even the tyre out. Okay, so it stopped rubbing. It's very close though, I don't have much clearance at all. But I can see daylight, so that's probably going to be enough. I'll just give you guys a look. The little rubber things, the little forming, when you form a rubber tyre, it sort of extrudes out and you get these little leftover bits. They're touching, so they'll break off eventually, or I can cut them off with a razor blade if I feel the need. But for now, it can progress to the next stage of testing. And after scoffing the other day at somebody who put the tyres on backwards, I've gone and done the same thing. So
here's the garbage gravel bike, everyone. 700 by 40 gravel tires on it from Decathlon. It's got this rack, which I've made fit. It's got a 9-speed SRAM cassette on the back, and it's got 2 on the front. So it should have plenty of gears for getting up hills, especially if you want to put a bit of weight on it. It's got some drink bottle holders that I found, including a yellow one. It hasn't got gravel bike handlebars just yet. Got a pretty good saddle on it. And I don't know about you guys, but I really like the look of big beefy tires on a vintage chromoly frame. I think it looks really cool. So let me know what you think in the comments. I've still got a little bit of polishing to do with this turd, but it's coming along pretty good. I'll see you in the next video, garbage bikers. Have a good one.